Hi, you are listening to the Love and Money Podcast, Shakira. And today I'm going to talk to you about targeted individuals. What what are targeted individuals? So, some of you are not familiar with the term. Probably the majority of you are not familiar with the term. And the reason why I'm going to bring it up is because this is a hidden, secret, evil crime, and I want the whole world to know about it. And so, what does this have to do with love and money? This is a love and money podcast. Well, what it has to do with money is that there are systems out here that have the money to attack and harass innocent people forever because they have loads of money to harass and attack innocent people. So I'm just going to go briefly over what a targeted individual is. I want you to know what it is. I want you to be aware of what it is. I want you to tell other people. And there's something that you can do to help, and that is to write the CIA director. There's a new CIA director who started in March. His name is William Burns. So if you would kindly write the CIA director about this targeted individual phenomenon, I would greatly appreciate it. We always hear about people having problems going on, and people don't seem to care and they don't take any action to help anybody, mainly because everybody has their own problems. But I want you to know in this instance, even though you do have your own problems, that there is something that you can do about it, and that is to write the CIA director. So if you could take 5 minutes to do that, I would greatly appreciate it. So I'm just going to briefly go over what a targeted individual is and what is going on in my own life and in the life of many people around you. So this is a secret crime, kind of like the crimes that you see, um, the sex trafficking crimes that are happening right in front of your face, but you can't see it. You're blind to it. So this is not a sex crime in my instance, but it is a crime. And so I'm going to talk to you, tell you what a targeted individual is, so you can be aware, so you can open your mind to what's going on around you. Of course, you know there's a lot going on in the media. Every day you're hearing um, disaster, crime, pain. So you just want to turn it off, which is natural. But the thing about this crime is that it's not in the media. The media refuses to cover it. So there are people crying out and screaming out for help, and it's basically falling on deaf ears. So the media will not even cover what is going on. So this is the life of a targeted individual. Number one, gang stalking. The other term for gang stalking is called organized contract stalking. And what they do is they pay people to stalk you. And the people who are paid to do this, they are male and female. They come in all different races. There are old white men doing it, not to be derogatory, but older white men doing it up into their 70s and 80s. Basically, this is anybody that will take a paycheck. So you have white men, you have black men, you have black women, you have Asian women. Um, the white men that I've encountered, they, in the beginning, when it first started, they wear the long black trench coats. And that's what the white men, the younger white men, they look like that. The older white men, they're just your everyday average older white men, unsuspecting. There are also white women doing it. Um, as far as the black people doing it, the black people are young. I'm surprised they even know about this program. They're like in their 20s. You have little 20-year-olds. Um, Generally, they are people who they don't seem to have gone to school or anything, so they're just doing this for money, but they're doing it. So you have your black boys, you have your black girls following you around. Um, like I said before, they come in all different races. Come in all different genders. There's women doing it. There's men doing it, and the way they have it set up is that the system is so orchestrated. Wherever you go, there are people there um, they're already there. They're already stationed there. So, say you'll go to Walgreens, they'll be there, or you go to work every day. They purposely get a job at the job that you're working at. They follow you to church. You're in church, and they're in church too. They're in church because you're there, and they're there to follow you. So that's how the gang stalking works, also known as organized contract stalking. And the thing about this crime is that nobody else knows what's going on. They're just completely oblivious. And so the intention of this is to scare you. They want to make you fearful. Like, why is this person following me? That's the intent of the gang stalking. They want to make you fearful. There's always somebody watching you, always somebody following you. This is a surveillance program. So that's the one component of a targeted individual, the life of a targeted individual. This goes on a daily basis. Like I said, they're at your job, they're at your church, they're at Walgreens, they're at the grocery store. So that's how the component of the gang stalking works, otherwise known as the organized contract stalking program. The other component of the life of a targeted individual, besides being stalked on a daily basis, is the electronic torture component. And this component is mainly for people who are at home for the majority of the time. Um, but it goes for, it's the electronic torture portion. And what this is they have beams, laser beams that they shoot over into your house. Um, and it really doesn't make sense. That's why when you tell people, they don't believe you. Like, how can laser beams go from one house to another? Well, I'm telling you, it does. And that's what they're doing. These beams, they hit you on your skin, they make undeniable burn marks on your skin, creating burn marks on your skin. And then when you go to the doctor has no clue what you're talking about. The doctor hasn't even heard the term of target individual, and they don't know about directed energy weapons. So this is a secret. And so the weapons they use is called directed energy weapons, and it causes lacerations on your skin, burn marks on your skin. Um, it also has the possibility of creating cancer because it emits radiation. If you heard of electromagnetic frequencies, otherwise the term is EMF, there are machines that send electromagnetic frequencies through your house. And the danger of this is the creation of cancer. And what they want to do in this instant is they want to keep you up all night. This is a sleep deprivation program. So, this is the second component in the life of a targeted individual. You have the gang stalking, the organized contract stalking program on a daily basis, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You have the electronic torture. They're using these weapons, directed energy weapons, that people have not even heard about. They don't even know what they are, let alone they don't care. If they did know, they wouldn't even care. I mean, it's not happening to them. Why should they care? So, directed energy weapons, electromagnetic frequencies. Um, there's also there is a technology where they use the satellites. It looks like a regular sun, but it's part of the surveillance program. If you look on the video, can you see the rays coming in through the window? You see these rays? Now it would look to any other person, it would look like a normal sun, but they use satellites. I don't know if you have heard of satellites. One example of a satellite is in your iPhone. They have the ability to track where you are at all times. That's using a satellite system. For the life of a targeted individual, there is usually a big sun. To any other person, it would look like a normal sun. The sun is following you everywhere you go. And any other normal person would be like, oh, the sun is supposed to follow you. You know, it rotates around the earth, blah, blah, blah. Well, whatever is happening is unusual. Okay. And so, in the life of a targeted individual, what they try to do is they try to paint these people as being delusional. And so, that is the part of the evilness in this crime. First of all, the crime is hidden. Nobody knows about it. Nobody has even heard of the word targeted individual. Then, when you go to the medical professionals, the physicians, if you go, I mean, if you're smart, you won't go because you know that they don't know. But if you were to go to a medical professional, a physician, or a psychiatrist, they would label you as being crazy because they don't know what a targeted individual is. They are not taught this in school. They don't even know what a directed energy weapon is. And then so the diagnosis would probably be something like, "Oh, so you think the government is using people to follow you around? Hmm, let me see. I think that sounds like schizophrenia." And so they would lock you up and put you in a mental institution. And so, in fact, that is what's happening to some of these poor people who are targeted individuals. They're being labeled as crazy when they're not. This is really happening, and it's the evil is hidden. Nobody cares. So the reason why I'm making this video is because I want you to do something about it. I know you got your own problems. You're busy. You got your own life. You're trying to elevate and get to the next level. But I would like for you to take 5 minutes of your time, five, 5 minutes, and write the CIA director. His name is William Burns. He's new to the office. He's been in since March. And tell him to do something about this targeted individual program. Just to let you know a little bit more about the program, most people have never heard of the term targeted individuals, and you won't understand it unless you're one of the people being attacked. Um, Also, when people do find out about it, they try to discredit you as being delusional. Actually, a story was written in the New York Times um, like last year, and they discredited targeted individuals. Like this is something that's not even real, that is delusional. So that's what's happening to targeted individuals. These poor people, they are being um, totally discredited and dismissed as being delusional. The doctors are not trained in what is going on. Um, they're trained in the other areas of crime. They know of other areas of crime. They know about people hiring people to kill people. They know about that kind of crime. They know about general stalking. They know about homicides. They know about robberies, burglars, thefts. But what they don't know about is targeted individuals, which is a very real crime that's going on. And when you scream out for help, nobody will help. So when in the word of God, when it says the Lord is your help, they mean that literally because people are not going to do anything to help you. And so I'm praying that you're not one of these people that won't do anything. So like I said, I'd like for you to take 5 minutes and write the CIA director. I just want to let you know what the purpose of this program is. Like, why would they have time to mess with innocent people? And so the purpose of this program is you get put in this program if you are a whistleblower. And a whistleblower is they see something wrong and they say something about it and they fight against the system. The only problem with that is that you don't have to be a whistleblower to get into this program. You can be an innocent bystander that just happened to be a member of the family. You're related to the whistleblower. And so they decide to throw you in. And that's how you get in. The purposes of this program is they want you to become so angry and fight. Like, say somebody is following you one day and you decide to knock this person out that's following you for no reason. Um, Say a woman is following you and you decide to knock her out. Like, you just get so angry and you fight, and the end result is for you to go to jail. That's what they're looking for. So that's one end result is you being going to jail. Another end result is they would like for you to be broke, that you spend all your money moving. Like, some people will say, if all of this stuff, laser beams and radiation and satellite rays are coming into your house, why don't you just move? And so um, that's the other thing, is that they would like for you to move. When you move, they're going to be at the next place. Move again, they're going to be at the next place. Move again, they're going to be at the next place. So that's another purpose. They want you to be broke from moving and broke from fighting, like all the shielding that you need to do to shield your body from this radiation coming in, electromagnetic frequencies. Um, Another mission is for you to be locked up in a mental institution, because when you tell people, nobody is going to believe you. And so to just lock you up in a mental institution. So that's another purpose. And then another purpose is a slow kill. This is a slow kill program. Um, the hopes are is that you would come down with some form of cancer or some form of Parkinson's disease. Okay, so this is a very evil crime, and I'm here to tell the world about it. And again, like I said before, I would like for you to take 5 minutes, write the CIA director. His name is William Burns, and tell him to do something, to investigate, to look in, and to put an end to this targeted individual program that is happening to innocent people all over the world. This is not only happening to people in the United States, it's happening in Japan, it's happening in Africa, it's happening in China, it's happening all over the world. If you go to Facebook and you type in the word targeted individuals, you will see all of these groups of people who are screaming and nobody can hear. Imagine you're just yelling for help and nobody can hear. They're on Facebook. So if you go to Facebook, type in the words targeted individual, and you'll see the people all over the world. Today is known as Targeted Individual Awareness Day. It happens once a year, and the people get together and they march in the streets all over the world. Or for some reason, this march did not happen today. I believe it is because of COVID, but this is something that they started a couple of years ago to get the attention of the people. Because if you can imagine being in something against your will as an innocent bystander, and you try to tell people about it and they can't even hear you. Just imagine being in something like that where nobody will help you. The police won't help you. The people who are supposed to help you, the police won't help you. Nobody will help you. And so this is a life of a targeted individual. So, like I said before, take 5 minutes, write the CIA director. And I am a Christian. I believe in God. I believe in the power of Jesus Christ. And I believe that I will prevail, that I will be victorious, that the enemy is my footstool, that God will prepare a table for me in the presence of my enemies, and that I will be elevated far above my enemies. So every time I see one of these little gang stalkers, one of these organized contract stalkers following me, I say, there go another footstool. There's another footstool. There's another footstool. I'm going higher. I'm going nowhere but higher. And so I ask that you would help me by writing that letter. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate you watching the video. And this is a Love and Money podcast with Shakira. If you like this podcast, please share it. Please share it. And please hit the like and subscribe button. It helps the algorithm. Thank you for listening.